Hi everyone, it's Joel from Jims HQ, and we're just at the certificate presentation from the HI and the Jims Handyman family. Now with me is Archie Hood, so if you are from the Jims family, you'll know this face. And he's a divisional franchisor for the Jims Handyman division. You obviously manage on behalf of Jim and a lot of other divisions as well. So you actually were the one who came up with the initiative to get the HI involved with the Jims Handyman family. So why did you do that?
Well, the whole initiative of it was to get with HIA to find out what the training was, because the laws are changing in the future. Like Victoria's a bit backward with the laws for construction, and getting these guys these construction Cert 4s gets them in good stead to get a builder's licence.
Yeah, so that's the plan eventually. If they want to do that, they'll be ready in the right prime position to go get that builder's licence.
Correct.
Right.
So, and this course took 6 months, so overall that 6 months has just been a load of fun for them. They've worked, connected together. It's been like back to school.
Well, I know from up in the office we can hear him every 2 nights a week having a nice laugh. Yeah. It has been that sort of aspect of that.
Yeah, they could have done it online if they wanted to, but overall they wanted to do it together, and they've made some really good friends out of it as well. Even though they've been franchisees together, it's really kicked off well.
That's great. Now obviously you're the Handyman Divisional, so maybe it's not just limited to the Handyman name obviously. So can you tell us what can a Jims Handyman do just beyond what the name would actually imply? Well,
with Handyman they do everything. They can build fences, even though we've got a fencing division, which I look after as well. They can help out any type of construction work, doors, walls, do extensions, any type of thing. They can even hang pictures, paintings. They do the small tasks that old ladies can't do, basically. They can change a light bulb if it comes to that. They can do basically anything, but their main forte is timber, decks, pergolas and whatnot.
Kitchen renovations in full?
Anything. They can do anything. And as you know, we've got all these other divisions, but we also cross-division that work as well. Some of these guys can do concreting as well. You know, they're jacks of all trades.
Now, something we should mention, which is on all the vans, which is the peace of mind guarantee. Let's talk about the guarantee, because the Jims work guarantee doesn't probably get mentioned enough.
No,
it's a great safety blanket, so let's talk about that.
You're right. With their guarantee, obviously, these blokes are using their hands, and they'll guarantee absolutely everything, and Jim supports that all the time. Now, these guys rarely get complaints, but if there were to get one, Jim backs that guarantee 100%. It'll come to me and it gets rectified by the franchisee 99 times out of 100.
Yeah, so on the off chance there is a complaint, this is great for people to know, because obviously using an independent business you don't have that fail-safe, right? If you're either dealing with them or not. But the fail-safe basically is if something does happen, yourself, you'll be notified personally, and then you've got to sort it out. If not, it actually goes up to Jim himself.
Yep, exactly right. Comes through me, and then if it's an ex-franchisee, for instance, that's that 1% I was talking about, that somebody's no longer with us for whatever the reason might be. We even support that. We back that up with the guaranteed.
So anyone who's had that Jims badge on, if they come, it doesn't matter if they've been a franchisee or former franchisee, they are supported.
Correct. We go back and we support that client.
Now let's talk about yourself as a franchisor. You actually do have an own region as well. Yep. What is your region as, first of all?
Well, it's Handyman's South, Victoria.
Handyman's South, Victoria, right. So how many franchisees do you have at the moment?
Last count was 8 at the moment, and there's one about to come on board.
All right, so as a franchisor, for people watching and go, oh, a bit handy, you want to do something with Handyman, what type of person are you looking for as a franchisee to come on board?
Well, basically, it's just someone that has capabilities of using wood, building, but also it can be someone that can learn, because we can put them out with other franchisees as well and teach them things as well. And again, we've got courses we can do as well. So it's got a lot of things there, such as the cross-divisional work as well, that we can lead people into that work and teach them how to do it.
Well, I know from speaking to a lot of handyman franchisees, you would think it's typically a builder or someone with some IT background, cleaning business before. So
we've got bankers, we've had everyone come through, IT people, you name it. You know, most people generally know how to hammer a nail. Okay, now if they're getting a bigger construction job, don't go near them, basically, until you get that experience. But for decks and bigger things like that, obviously, you can still take that job on, but you get a builder to help you, or you get another franchisee that's done it before to help you, and you employ them. So you're actually learning on the job all the time.
Yeah, and it's important to make that note, is that with someone from the non-background, they're not just coming in and just putting on a uniform and away they go. there's a full train. Let's talk about the training actually and the support side of it from you, which you've touched on a little bit, but in a little bit more detail.
Well, with the training, we put them out with the guys as long as they need. Okay. Now, in most cases, we take on people that have a little bit of nous, they know what they're doing, but if they need people to support them or they need to go out with people, we'll put them out for as long as it's needed to get them that qualification and to make them feel happy with the work they're doing.
As a franchisor, maybe you want to tell people what your actually role is as a franchisor. So you have nearly 9 franchisees under your banner. What do you do for these guys and for women?
Well, with the franchisees, obviously it's support. We do the advertising for them first and foremost to get the work in. Handyman, we've got heaps, absolute heaps and heaps of work. And that can be work from, as I said before, hanging a painting to building a room to demolishing to putting trampolines together. We even get jobs to do that at Christmas time. You know, it's one of those things where I contact them weekly. I talk to them. If they've got an issue with a job or they need a hand with a job, I find out what they need, what they require, and I follow everything up for them.
And as you said, there's so many leads there, isn't there? There's a lot of unserviced work, and which is a frustration of Jim's group, obviously. Not too much work, not enough franchisees. So.
Oh, we've got room for heaps of franchisees, which is a great thing. I used to say to people, it's too good to be true, but people tend not to believe that, but it is. It's too good to be true.
Yeah, and if someone's actually interested, you can actually provide them with an unserviced, what we call lead report, and actually, you obviously cross out the details, but you can actually show them the amount and actually provide the proof that the work is there.
100%, 100%. Whenever somebody comes in, I'll show them that. And, we're very transparent, very, very, very. I'll tell them, show them the work that the guys get. I'll give them all the phone numbers of the guys. They can actually talk to the other franchisees as well. I've got nothing to hide.
And can someone who's thinking about it, can they actually come on a trial day, no obligation, that sort of stuff?
Correct. Yeah. We call it an observation day. Unfortunately, with the laws and everything these days, with insurances and whatnot, they're not allowed to pick up any tools or anything like that, but they can stand and watch and actually see how they do it.
So like a day on the road with a franchisee, see if you like it.
Correct, 100%.
Okay, so thanks Archie, and thanks for this great initiative. It's been really good with the HIA, and obviously goes to the old your local expert thing,
My word.
which is absolutely great. So the Jims Handyman who rocks up is an expert in everything. They have full support from people like Archie and from fellow franchisees. So if you are thinking about it, or actually you do need a reliable person with that Jims work guarantee, which we don't talk about enough, please call 131 546 or www.jimshandyman.com.au, or just punch into Google Jims Handyman. So thanks Archie.
No worries, Cheryl. Have a good night.